Okay, good morning, afternoon, everyone. Tell what kind of day I've had, right? Now, good morning, good to see everyone. We're glad to have you here. It's a good turnout. We had a great turnout at 1 o'clock as well. So anyway, thank you as we wind down the month of October. Nice weather out, huh? A little different? No? I like it. Nice change. Anyway, hopefully everyone had a chance to sign in, get a drawing ticket, and so you get credit for the in-service, so we appreciate that. Please also silence your cell phones or put them on vibrate so they don't go off during the presentation. And we're blessed today to have Dr. Tessie Cadville here with us, and she's going to do a presentation in a few minutes on cognitive decline and dementia and related disorders. So I think you'll find that very helpful in the work that we do here and also in our personal lives with family members and friends and loved ones. So also want to thank everybody that did get the information to wear pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also some of the wristbands over here at the desk if you get a chance to get those and support. So after we finish the in-service, we'll share some success stories, some promotions, and make some announcements, and we'll try to get everybody out here on time, all right? So Dr. Tessie, please come on up, and I'll turn it over to you.
Hello. Okay. Can you hear me? Good, good. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessie Cadville. I'm a doctorally prepared family nurse practitioner. I have been providing care to individuals with dementia for more than 35 years, 12 years as a bedside nurse, and 23 years as a nurse practitioner. The purpose of today's presentation is to share the experience and person-centered care strategies for how to care these individuals with the dementia. Today we will go over what is dementia and what are the stages of dementia, then understand the common challenges and behaviors, and learn practical management strategies. This is Blanca. She's one of my patients. She is an 84-year-old Hispanic female patient diagnosed with Alzheimer's 3 years ago. She was found wandering in her neighborhood, and her daughter placed her in a nursing home. She will always walk with her purse, looking for an escape so that she can go home. This is Blanca's perspective, what is happening to her. Blanca believes she is 12 years old and living in a cotton farm. She cannot find her parents or siblings and feels abandoned. She sees the nursing home as strange and unsafe. What is dementia? Dementia is an umbrella term used for describing a group of terminal brain diseases causes progressive and irreversible death of brain cells. It can present as forgetfulness, particularly regarding recent events. They may forget appointments, misplace items, or unable to perform tasks which they were able to do before. As the disease progresses, they may experience cognitive and functional losses along with the behaviors that resemble mental or psychiatric illness. Those could be physical or verbal aggression, wandering, delusion, hallucinating, or repetitive behaviors. There are 5 types of terminal brain disease that causes dementia. Alzheimer's accounts for 60 to 80% of all cases. Other type of dementia are Lewy body, vascular, frontotemporal, and from other brain diseases such as Parkinson's and Huntington's disease. An individual can have more than one type of dementia, and it's known as mixed dementia. Each type of dementia originates from different areas in the brain. In early stages of each type of dementia, how it presents corresponds to the impairment of the functions controlled by that area of the brain. As the disease progresses, brain damage spread to other areas of the brain, resulting in a common group of symptoms regardless of the type of dementia. It is important to identify the primary type of dementia in the early stage to provide a better care. You have a patient who is being aggressive. It could be Lewy body or Alzheimer's. The approach is different in each case. In Lewy body, their memories are intact. You can reason with them as an adult, engage them in a conversation, have them explain the situation, or maybe have them suggest a solution. This may help de-escalate the situation. In Alzheimer's, the memory and intellectual age is regressing. Speak to them like you are speaking to a toddler or a young child to comfort them. Next, we will see the progression of dementia. Progression of dementia is in stages. The first stage is mild cognitive impairment or MCI. This is a normal process of aging. The elderly age 65 and older lose up to 20% of their adult brain, which results in reducing the processing speed of memory and thinking. You see a friend you haven't seen in a while. You are struggling to recall their name as they are talking to you. An hour later, the friend's name pops in your head. That is MCI. Even though MCI is a normal age-related change, it increases the risk of developing dementia. Research shows 18% of people over 60 are living with the MCI in the US. 15% of the people with MCI will develop dementia within 2 years. It is a worthwhile practice to be self-aware of the symptoms so that you can early investigate and take interventions to slow down the progression of the disease. With mild dementia, the patient has trouble recalling recent events, but they can still live and function independently. They can drive, they can shop, and they can hold a simple job. This person is aware of their memory issues and may try to hide it by being rude or difficult to interact or isolating themselves from family or friends. Now I wonder, are the terms like grumpy old man or mean old lady are the early signs of Alzheimer's? In moderate dementia, memory loss is more prominent and starts to affect the daily activities like personal care, hygiene, and getting dressed. They might try to hide the decline by telling you things from their long-term memory 30 years ago with clarity and detail, but they cannot tell you what they had for lunch or breakfast or lunch. The regression of mental age is more prominent at this stage. They will be talking frequently about their childhood memories or searching for their childhood home and parents. As in Blanca's case, she is at an advanced stage of moderate dementia. Her mental or intellectual age has declined to 12 years old. Her brain cells that stored memories beyond age 12 years are empty. She is reliving her life at the age of 12, searching for the home and the family she had at that age. Unfortunately, they no longer exist at her current age of 84. To illustrate Blanca's plight, this is the stage where bowel and bladder incontinence develop, unsteady gait, frequent falls, and injuries. Safety is a major concern and requires 24-hour supervision. They can no longer live independently. In severe dementia, everything goes to baseline as if they are an infant. There is severe loss of memory, cognition, speech, and physical decline. They are prone to contractures, bed sores, aspiration pneumonia, which is the most common cause of death among this population. Next, we will see what are the challenging issues and behaviors of dementia. Even though verbal communication is severely impaired in dementia, the patient talks to us through nonverbal expressions, expressions like facial expression, gestures, postures, and eye contact. I have a wheelchair-bound patient with moderate dementia and paranoid delusions. She becomes suspicious and wary when people approach her. When I visit her, she makes loud and embarrassing derogatory comments to me. After learning some strategies of effective communication with a patient diagnosed with dementia, I changed my approach. I knelt in front of her to be at the same eye level, looked into her eyes with a warm smile, and spoke to her in a gentle, friendly, non-confrontational tone of voice. To my surprise, she was polite, friendly, answered all my questions as best she could. She even thanked me for visiting her. I wasn't threatening to her when I changed my approach. Presentations of pain among individuals with dementia are inconsistent when compared to individuals without dementia. A display of pain in dementia is often misdiagnosed as mental or psychiatric illness. This is due to the regression of mental age and impaired verbal communication. I had a patient who had fallen and broke her lower arm. I could see the bones sticking out under the skin. She was in a wheelchair and her broken arm was resting on her lap. She was exhibiting no signs of she was not exhibiting any signs of pain, and she verbally denied experiencing any pain. I gently touched her broken arm. Immediately she gave me a hard slap with her other hand. Obviously, she was guarding her injured arm. We administered medications. The patient was then open. The patient was then open to being examined and receiving treatment for her broken arm. Her aggression had a source, the injury. Without the painful discomfort, the patient was not displaying any aggression. Think of an wounded animal. They are quite aggressive, guarded when they are physically hurt and feel cornered, even if someone trying to help them. They cannot speak to you to let you know where they hurt or how they feel. Impaired safety is from regression of mental age. In the advanced stages of dementia, a person's mental age may regress to that of a toddler, putting them at risk for various safety concerns that we expect to see with toddlers. The common safety concerns are wandering, injuries from sharp objects, falls, burns, electrocution, and accidental poisoning. So the challenging behaviors are repetitive behaviors can cause enormous emotional burnout of caregivers. A patient may be asking the same question or repeating the same story throughout the day. One of my patients was recently moved into a memory unit. She goes to the nurse's station every few minutes to ask when her son John will come to take her home. Each time a nurse explained to her why she is in the unit. This can be time consuming for a very busy staff. One of the nurses came up with an excellent idea. She wrote on a white clipboard, "John is coming tomorrow at 10 a.m. Be ready." So every time the patient walks up to the nurse's station, they show her the clipboard. She reads the message, says thank you to the nurse, and goes back to her room. This simple solution reduced the patient's anxiety, helped the staff deal with the situation efficiently, and we can use this for patients with the other patients with the repetitive behaviors. Verbal and physical aggression. Verbal and physical aggression could be from pain, unmet physical or psychological needs, a frightening hallucination, delusions, or maybe from anxiety. I am speaking with a nurse. Suddenly, a female patient walks up to me. She handed me a piece of paper and rudely asked me to write my name. I asked her why. She is getting very upset and forcefully tells me to write down your name. So I did. I again asked why she need my name. By this point, she is so upset, she is trembling with rage, shouting at me, "I know who you are. You are a Mexican mafia. You are spying on all these people to get their information. I realized if I continued to question her, I might be physically attacked. I quietly slipped out of the unit and came back an hour later. I was concerned she may still be agitated seeing me again. To my relief, she did not remember our previous meeting and talked to me as if nothing happened between us. Whenever I see her, I do get anxious. My heart rates and the breathing gets little faster. I experience my own PTSD that day. I am still careful when I visit her. Happy to say she does not recall the memory of my mafia connection. There are 5 things we should not tell an individual with the dementia. So don't tell them they are wrong about anything. Don't remind them their spouse, parent, or other loved one is dead. Don't argue with them. Don't ask them if they remember, or don't bring up the topic that may upset them. In conclusion, dementia is a progressively debilitating terminal condition characterized by severe cognitive impairment, loss of language and memory, and the inability to carry out daily activities of living. It is not a disease but a group of symptoms resulting in progressive and irreversible death of brain cells from various neurodegenerative diseases. Forgetfulness may be the early symptom, but could progress to a total loss of physical and cognitive function. Early identification is important. The affected individual can, in advance, plan for their care when in the advanced stages of the disease where their memory and judgment is lost. It is very important that advanced care planning be done before a person start to have advanced decline in the cognitive health. They must show that they are mentally oriented to time and place and show that they are of sound mind in order for an advance directive to be legally valid. That's the end of my presentation. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
We really
you.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
Right. We're really thankful for Dr. Cataville for sharing her information with us. And as we know, we have residents of the ARC across that entire spectrum, from mild cognitive impairment all the way to severe dementia of various sorts. So I'm glad we have training and interventions and assistance so that we know what to do when we encounter a situation. And those of you that aren't in, our healthcare team is trained exceptionally well. Other departments, if you have issues, if you notice a resident that's had a change and they're not themselves, let somebody know, because sometimes it can be other conditions, maybe a real bad urinary tract infection, and it can really throw them off and they might mimic dementia. And of course we want everybody to be safe and to know what to do. And one of the best tips I think she shared earlier was, kind of get down on their level, look at them in the eye, and if it's the wrong time, leave and come back when it's a better time. Because sometimes you don't want to, you can't force them to take a bath or some of those type of things if it's really a difficult situation. So if you see that, report it. And we appreciate everybody giving some space around Dr. Cataville since she has some mafia connections. So just be careful and keep that in mind. Okay, We're going to move on to some success stories. So I want to start out with any coworkers that have joined us in the last 30 days, new hires to the ARC. Please stand up so we can recognize you. And we had several earlier today. All right, all right. Thank you. It's good to have you with our family. Hi. Thank you very much. We're also going to go through a few promotions. And every one of them were here at the 1 o'clock in-service, so I don't think they're back here, but several of them were in housekeeping. We had Peter Anderson and Mary Trevino promoted to weekend lead team members. Aida Tostado was promoted to the Lakeside team leader, and Alex Martinez was promoted to the manager in housekeeping, and then Alma Montalongo is the assistant director of housekeeping. So we recognize all of them today, and if we could just share in their success once again. And it's difficult to talk about. These transitions have happened because of a pretty major significant loss of our family, and that was Alita Longoria, our housekeeping director. And this last Saturday was her 36th anniversary at the ARC. So we had great celebrations of life for her. We had tributes for her, and we're working hard to keep her memory and her spirit alive. And so I mention that because of two programs we're going to be rolling out. One is a small fundraising campaign for the employee lounge that we are going to name in honor of Alita. And we've just rolled that out to the residents, and the staff are also invited to participate. But we're going to collect funds until the end of January, and depending on how much is donated, we'll determine what all we're going to do, the employee lounge and hopefully the two restrooms that are down there by them. When we did this big renovation project, we hoped to do the second floor, but we ran out of funds. So we're trying to find ways to continue to address some of those areas, and this would allow us to enhance the employee lounge and the area we all use, and also honor Alita. And we're also going to, in January, roll out we're still working on the final terms, but a Spirit Award, or something that kind of emulates great service to the residents, to each other, how we lift one another up, and kind of that model of just her spirit and having mucho fun no matter what's coming at us. So I think what is going to end up coming out through the Employee Recognition Committee was there'll be nominations of employees that kind of meet those attributes and those that kind of spirit, and then they'll get an award each month. We'll recognize them at this meeting with a gift and something of substance, but that'll be another way that we can kind of keep that spirit alive. And so we're looking forward to that, so stay tuned, and we'll be rolling more of that out in January. Okay, we also shared at the meeting earlier some successes with our marketing department and the design studio. We've really had a great start to this new fiscal year. Our new financial year started July 1st, so we've had really good success with new residents moving in, and it's been a really busy time. So we thank the marketing team, and I also want to recognize healthcare. We've had a really busy time in healthcare with our Medicare and TRICARE occupancy. That's residents that are really complex medical, nursing, very sick, or that have rehabilitation needs. And we either get them back home or we get them to their highest level of functioning. So it's really been going really well in healthcare. And, I think we've hit 32, 31 skilled census, and the occupancy's been about 93%. So it's been pretty phenomenal. So I want to give a round of applause for healthcare and our marketing teams. That way we keep residents here, a lot of them, and keep them happy and keep all of us gainfully employed as well. So it works for all of us. Also at 1 o'clock we recognize Wanda Hill, one of our front desk associates. She was really responsive. One of our residents was choking, and Wanda performed the Heimlich maneuver on the resident and basically saved her life. And there's been a few of those that have happened here. How about a good round for her? She was here at the earlier in-service, and so when we do training, take it seriously and practice it, because you never know when your buddy, your parent might be having an episode like that, and you have to perform that, or even on yourself. So we're really appreciative for her. And okay, right now I'm going to ask Debbie to come up. She had a couple of updates on our front gate project here on nearing completion. So Debbie.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I just wanted to share a brief update on the progress of our front gate at the Crestway front entrance. As many of you know, it's been closed for several weeks now. The contractors have done a heroic job, actually, on keeping to the timeline, but we're looking to open up the gate approximately on November 14th. It's coming up in a few weeks. You know, we've are upgrading our cameras there. The platform or apron has been filled with new cement, so that surface has been reconstructed, and the lighting has been upgraded also. So more to come on that, but great round of thanks to James and his team. IT has helped. Lori's helped with the Proptia project, and security's doing a magnificent job over at the Miller Road gate. So hopefully we'll get the gate open prior to Thanksgiving. And the security officers, you'll see at that time, they're going to be having tablets instead of enrolling everyone when they come in with a stubby pencil and paper. Hopefully technology will take its course and everything will work well, and we'll be able to archive contractors, family members, guests, anyone that is not routinely here with their driver's license, just swiping the tablet, and we'll be able to archive that information. And we need that. That was something that Bexar County Sheriff's Office recommended to us. Just in case we have something go on here at the ARC, we'll have accountability for everyone here on campus. So look forward to the next few weeks of being able to come through the front gate at Crestway, but we'll sure press forward and make sure that the managers, supervisors, and directors are aware of the definitive date when it comes around. Okay? Thank you.
So it'll be exciting. Also, we raised some money for some of the landscaping up there, so it's going to be safer, more secure, and really beautiful, and some redesigned work. So we're looking forward to that opening. Let's see, what else? November 17th, keep in mind, Thanksgiving's coming up, and in the deep, dark past, we used to hand out big frozen turkeys to everybody. And I'm one of the culprits. I put mine in my car and forgot about it for about 3 days, and smelling something, and there's a thawed-out turkey in my back floorboard. So we decided to make a shift and go to H-E-B gift cards, and that way people that don't like turkey, if you like ham or whatever kind of meal you want, you'll get a nice gift card. And so I think those will be ready on about the 17th. And also a reminder, this weekend after your trick-or-treating, unfortunately Sunday's daylight savings time ends, so remember to turn your clocks back, but I think we gain about an hour of sleep, so that might help us all a little bit. And we have an exciting announcement of Leslie Tarazi. Where are you? Stand up. She's getting married on Friday, so I have to out her. Sorry. Relatively new with us, but we celebrate you and your upcoming nuptials, all right, on Friday. All right. She didn't know I was going to do that, so we caught her off guard. All right. Miss Stephanie, you want to have a couple announcements, I think? I think I covered most things.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank y'all for being here. Just a couple of things as we bring awareness to breast cancer. I wanted to remind you guys the importance of setting your annual visits to your doctor. So if you need assistance with finding a doctor, setting up appointments, we have resources, and my team and I will be happy to help with that. It's super, super important to get those done annually. And then just a few other updates. On November the 5th at 11 a.m., we'll be having a stretching class here in the auditorium. It'll be led by our wellness coordinator, Carrie Mendez. No sign up is needed, and you'll earn 300 vitality points. So hope you all can join us. On November the 10th at 10 a.m., we'll be holding our Veterans Day ceremony. So if you're an employee that's a veteran, you are invited. It'll be in this room at 10 a.m. And then also, if you can reach out to the HR department, we'll be requesting a picture of you. And then lastly, on November the 12th, we'll be hosting a day of gratitude for all the employees. This event was funded by a resident that wanted to give back to our employees in a different way. And we'll have the massage chairs here from 7 to 4 p.m. so you can get a nice massage. And then also 2 food trucks. So we'll have Cheesy Jane's here with some good burgers and Tacos El Taquin with some good Mexican food. So you'll get a free meal that day. So that's going to be in healthcare from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So we look forward to celebrating that day. Thank you.
All right, we're going to do our birthday drawing now. All right, Miss Juvie, pick us a winner birthday for. Good. Nancy Garcia. Nancy Garcia. For the birthdays, you don't have to be present to win, but for the door prizes, we do. All right. Let's see here. Rachel, pick us a winner. John Kupala. John, come on down. All right, John. Congrats. I'm going to get somebody shy to pick the next one over here. Deja Sanford and activities. Where's Deja? All right. Congrats. Sorry about that. Let me come back here. Our finance department. All right, Miss Lisa. John Prisner. John. Sorry about that. Come on up. All right. Fantastic. Okay. Any alibis? Debbie, your stuff? Oh, yeah. You might.
Okay, so if you did not vote for a pumpkin, go see Felicia or Deja so that you can get your vote in. So make sure to stop by over there in the front. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That's it, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Safe Halloween upcoming, and thanks for being here. Let's continue to make the Ark a great place to live and work. You might want this. Here's an extra presentation you may want. It's really good.